This movie could have definitely used a lot more estrogen than all the testosterone in this movie, so let's get into the review. Welcome back, my film fans. This is Let's Be Real Brad. If you guys enjoy movies, TV shows, and other movie-related content and reviews, I'm the channel for you, so you should hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video if you like, and ring that notification bell so you never get to miss a new upcoming video. Today, we're going to be talking about the fourth collaboration between Jason Statham and director Guy Ritchie on their new action thriller film called Wrath of Man. Wrath of Man is based on the 2004 action thriller French film called Castres. This is a pretty interesting movie to talk about, as I gotta dive into the trailers first. Normally trailers are just serviceable for what you're about to see, but this trailer in particular, I feel as though it spoiled about 80% of this entire movie. If they just marketed it the way it should, it would look like a generic action movie, and I think that MGM was probably afraid that people wouldn't go check this out. So when you watch it, they reveal it like it's a big twist, but we already know what's happening. So the first half of this movie, I found to be completely uninteresting because the trailer told me everything about this movie. I'm going to just say off the bat that my score is boosted just if I didn't see this trailer at all. This is a note that I will be putting clips of the trailer in my review. They will be completely out of context, and I will cut out most of the more spoilery things. So let's start off with the positives first, and we're going to start with the action. I feel as though that the action is pretty good in this movie, even though the trailer shows all the action. I found that the directing and editing in these moments were actually pretty good, and you really do feel like Jason Statham is going off and killing all these random bad guys all in one. Even though there isn't a ton of action in the movie in general, I always felt like it actually escalated the tension and the suspense of what was going to happen in the next scene. Speaking of directing, I do think that Guy Ritchie does a pretty solid job in this movie. I don't think the directing is as good as something as Sherlock Holmes or The Gentleman, but I think it does enough that it actually has some style and nuance to it. The story is also not that bad. I mean, it is very generic, and the movie does try to extend this movie to almost 2 hours when it really could have been an hour and a half. I think that this story works well, and there's enough surprise and twists if you hadn't seen the trailer to kind of keep you invested and just see where the hell this movie is going. The dialogue, the editing, the acting felt so much better in the second half, and you could clearly see the complete difference from one end of the movie to the other. Now let's get into some negatives here, and we're gonna start with the first half of the movie. Like I was mentioning before, the first half is basically what you see in the trailer, and pretty much nothing more. I truly felt like all the moments in the first half were just so obvious with what they were going. There was no mystery, there was no suspense, and there was nothing that was keeping me invested because our main character is supposed to be a mystery. The first half also offers some really horrible dialogue moments that really made me cringe the entire time. So many of the characters break other characters' balls for no reason, but then there's just a lot of homophobic jokes that throw around, and I just thought it was unnecessary because by the end of the film, none of these jokes ever come back into play. So why were they just filled in the beginning of this movie? I just thought it was just unnecessary and just completely unfunny. My second negative is that once we get to the second half of the movie, there's an extra subplot that actually gets inserted in that I felt like just went way too long and just so unnecessary for a movie that's really simple. This movie is all about plot and about this heist and stealing money and robbing these trucks who deliver the money. So you're not going to get a very extensive character backstory, but this movie almost insists that you need to have that in this movie, and I felt like we could have just cut most of this stuff out, and I don't think it would have changed the movie all that much. Sure, it is nice that a director actually tries to add characterization to the other characters. I also thought that some of the editing choices were really unnecessary. There's one where a guy opens the car and it zooms in, but when he opens the car door, it zooms out just a little bit. Little moments like that were just so unnecessary and just really pretentious in my personal opinion. I enjoy the music. Like, it's pretty good, but it is so so overbearing. They almost use in every single big moment that this film thinks it has. It just becomes very repetitive, using the same one over and over again. I know a lot of people are just not gonna care about this at all, but for me, it really hindered my experience with this film. Overall, should you see this movie? Yeah, I think if you like Guy Ritchie movies and you like Jason Statham and you want just a fun action movie on Mother's Day weekend, I think you should go check this movie out. I think you'll have a good time for it. But if you're just someone that already is hesitant about seeing this movie and you don't really know if you want to see it, then I would just pass, because you'll probably waste your time watching this movie. I am going to give Wrath of Man a 6 out of 10. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the following review.